So it is 2025 and that is the year of Pokemon. A new Pokemon Legends game is coming out this year, that is confirmed, and that is Pokemon Legends ZA. That is coming out this year, and in this Nintendo News update we actually have an update on Pokemon and the future of the series as we hear about a new Pokemon presentation being in the works. As we all know, Pokemon Day takes place on February the 27th every single year, and fans are speculating that we could be seeing a new presentation around that date. As well as this, Pokemon Go has been data mined, and this is what was found in that data mine. Inside of Pokemon Go, this has been revealed, a Pokemon Presents 2025 Go Tour Unova timed research. So we're hearing that a Pokemon Presents, a Nintendo Direct style Pokemon presentation, is actually in the works, and many fans are speculating that we will be seeing that on Pokemon Day in February. Of course, this makes sense as the last Pokemon Presents that we had was all the way back almost a year ago on the last Pokemon Day on the 27th of February. So yeah, we've been waiting pretty much a year to hear something from the Pokemon Company, and based on how busy they were in 2021, 2022, it's been a long time since we've heard from Pokemon, especially if you take into account how previous years they have been super busy with obviously the Diamond and Pearl remakes, Legends Arceus, plus Violet, Scarlet and Violet as well. So yeah, Pokemon has been pretty quiet for the most part, and that's a good thing. That allows obviously more development time on this new game. We are hearing rumours about the Switch 2. It's a really exciting time to be a Nintendo fan, to be honest. Lots of things are going on, lots of announcements are going to be made very, very soon, and it seems like Pokemon is going to make some announcements too. Now you might be thinking, what has this got to do with Legends ZA? Now of course, we got an announcement for that about a year ago and we haven't heard anything since, and that game is scheduled for release for this year. That means that we should be seeing something in this February Pokemon Presents. Hopefully a release date, hopefully some gameplay, because we haven't actually seen some gameplay of this game yet. All we've seen is that initial trailer, so it would be interesting to see some gameplay there. But to be honest, I feel like a release date is something that they'll announce in February. I feel like they'll announce that release date quite early on so we know when it's coming out, and I feel like it will be sort of a holiday title. It'll be at the end of the year. The big holiday game is going to be the Pokemon game. They usually release in the November time, so that makes sense for Legends to launch. But that being said, Legends Arceus actually released in the January, so it could be at any point really during this year. I have a feeling that this game, Legends ZA, will run better on the Nintendo Switch 2. Of course it is confirmed for the Switch 1, but I feel this game will be pushed more for the Switch 2. So I feel like Nintendo or the Pokemon Company aren't talking about this game because they're waiting for that official Switch 2 reveal. So if we have a Pokemon Presents, let's just say it happens at the end of February when Pokemon Day is, then could that imply that the Switch 2 is already revealed by that point? I mean, we already are seeing lots of Nintendo Switch 2 leaks, so a actual reveal is probably going to happen before February. I mean, we've already been told that the Switch 2 is going to be revealed before March, so it makes sense to get that reveal out now, shortly in January, so then in February, late February, we can then talk about Pokemon Legends ZA, which could be the big holiday title for this year for Nintendo. I feel like that's what they're going to push during the holiday season for 2025. So while I was editing for this video, I actually had a look on Amazon, and this was what was on there. So yeah, Pokemon Legends ZA has been listed on Amazon for release on Friday the 15th of August 2025. Now, this could just be a mistake, this could just be there as a placeholder, but the thing that I've just noticed with this is, it says Friday the 15th of August. Recently Nintendo Switch games have been releasing on a Thursday, so this is probably not true. I mean, it could be true that we see an August release date, that could be true as well, and we could see that in a Pokemon Presents. But yeah, this has happened on Amazon. Maybe we could see an August release date for this game. That that certainly makes sense. We don't really know what's going on with the rest of this year, apart from some of the smaller games we've got releasing like Xenoblade, Donkey Kong, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, Pokemon Legends ZA to release in August, that is possible, but I don't think on the 15th of August. Let me know, do you think this is a like a realistic release date, or do you think this has been done in error? So to sum everything up in this video, we know that a Pokemon Presents, or it's heavily rumoured and implied that a Pokemon Presents, a direct style presentation is coming for the end of February, before Pokemon Day or on Pokemon Day. Something is coming around that time next month about Pokemon. We're going to be hearing more news, and from that we can imply that we're going to hear more news about Legends ZA, and hopefully a release date, hopefully some gameplay. And because of that, hopefully we hear about the Switch 2 before that as well. None of this is really surprising at all. We know when Pokemon Day is every single year. We usually get a presentation around that time. It's been a while since we've heard anything from the Pokemon Company, and we know that Legends ZA is coming out this year. We know it's happening this year, so it's time to expect news. None of this is really surprising at all. What is surprising is the amount of Switch 2 leaks we've seen recently. So I truly believe that a Switch 2 reveal is going to happen any day now. So it's interesting to hear that maybe we get a reveal any day now for the Switch 2, and then hopefully next month we hear about one of the biggest titles for the Switch 2, that being Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, none of this is confirmed. It is all rumours and speculation. So, you know, don't take this as it's actually happening. Just take this with a pinch of salt. It might not be true. But I feel like this is pretty likely that we're going to hear some news in February about Pokemon. We might not even hear about Pokemon Legends ZA. We might just have a presentation about Pokemon Go, as well as other things that are going on with Pokemon, because it is a celebration. These Pokemon Presents are like a big celebration of what's going on with Pokemon. It's not just necessarily video games. They talk about the card game, they talk about different films, they talk about everything that's going on with Pokemon. So it's not guaranteed. None of this is guaranteed, but it's pretty likely based on history and based on that we haven't heard anything from Pokemon in well over a year almost. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you think we will hear some news about Pokemon Legends ZA this February for Pokemon Day? Do you think a Pokemon Presents will happen? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below, and make sure you are subscribing and also liking, because that does massively help us out. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers for watching.